Got it? You got it? We got it? We're ready? Okay, good. So give me your comment about what you just witnessed.
I thought the president just gave an amazing, outstanding speech. He rallied the base. He focused on something that's so key to our democracy, voting rights. Regardless of everything else that is happening in our democracy, without the right to vote, we cannot participate. And he put a huge emphasis on that, particularly on this attack on our voting rights, particularly this voter ID craziness that these right-wing nuts have been trying to push, particularly with the fact that he mentioned that, you shouldn't have to have a passport to go outside of the country to be able to vote inside the country. And so he was incredible. He's my president. I'm so proud of him.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Do you know my name?
Huh? Do it again? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that was long. All right. So tell me about your reaction about the event.
Okay, I thought the president did an amazing job. He was focused on the key issues that are taking place in our community: voting rights, healthcare, making sure that there's educational opportunities for all. But the one thing that he focused on more than anything else, which was so critically important to our constitutional rights, is our voting rights. We're approaching the 50th anniversary of the civil rights movements that took place between the March on Washington last year, the March for Selma Montgomery next year, all these things that are so critically important. But without voting rights, we cannot participate in a democracy. There is no democracy when there's no voting rights. And so he gave just an amazing speech that I thought was just rallied the base, reminded us that we will not be moved. We shall overcome, and we're going to make sure that we are exercising our right to vote so that the future generations and a future Barack Obama could be elected president of the United States.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, next person. So tell me, what was your reaction to hearing the president speak?
Well, that's a boring question, but I got a handshake.
You got a handshake?
I got a handshake.
That's fabulous.
This is the hand. No, it was a great speech. They're always great speeches.
What was the key thing that you learned? I know voting rights being very, very, that's the main thing he was discussing.
What did I learn? I can't say I learned much.
You can learn that.
You can learn. Well, I learned that I got to slap hands. No, it was a great speech. At the core of the issue is the rights that we've earned, the fact that progress, and this is something that we don't necessarily speak about often. Many people died so we could stand. Yeah. You understand? And if we understand, if that makes sense to you lyrically or verbally, what were those lives for, right? We stand on their shoulders, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Amen.
Thank you. Amen.
The young lady right here.
Ready? So tell me your name.
Yes, I painted oil on canvas, portrait.
Okay. Tell me your name.
Hi, my name is Latrice Jackson.
And tell me about this portrait that you painted.
This is a larger-than-life-size oil painting on canvas of our beloved President Barack Obama, just commemorating his success and his amazing terms that he served us, making change in the U.S.
Okay, now tell me about how you felt after hearing him talk and also seeing the Reverend Sharpton.
I was so moved and inspired. I also did a portrait of Reverend Sharpton. He's an amazing, amazing leader in this community, very inspirational, and they're changing lives. Barack Obama, I was very pleased that he touched on our voting rights and our ability to use it to create change. I think that is super important. We forget about the luxuries, we call it, and for him to touch on something that we think is so basic that could, potentially be taken away from us is something that I think is really important, and I'm glad he spoke about it.
And thank you for this portrait.
No problem. Thank you.
It's amazing.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right.
Get someone else. Hello. Would anyone like to comment? I just want to get your feedback on hearing the president speak. Briefly, very quickly. Sure. Okay, come. Is that on? Yeah. Okay. Do you want to? Ready? Okay. So tell me, what was your take on hearing the president speak today?
It was inspiring, as usual. It's always good to hear him. It's uplifting.
continuing to fight for the rights of all of our citizens to be inclusive for every citizen in America, and for all of the citizens who are 18 and over to have the right to vote and for their voices to be heard.
How long have you been a part of NAN?
Actually, I joined. I haven't actively participated in meetings. I have a very busy schedule as it is, but I've actually joined, and it's been about maybe 3 years.
Fabulous.
Yes, 3 years.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay. Feedback. Can I get your feedback? Did you listen to the president speak? Can you... Sorry. Get out. Yeah. Okay. Ready? Yeah. Ready? Okay, so give me your feedback about hearing the president speak today.
It was great. It was really an awesome experience. He was, just as everyone always describes, very charismatic, very funny, very personable. He's really a great speaker. Like, not once did he look down. It was awesome. It's a great experience.
How thankful are you for this experience? I know Reverend Al Sharpton organized this.
I'm very grateful for it. I definitely was not expecting this. So I'm really glad that I came. It's definitely worth it.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Hello. Can I get your feedback on...
It was wonderful.
Oh, okay, come on. On camera.
Oh, don't think I just put on my comfortable shoes.
Okay. So tell me your feedback about the event.
It was wonderful. I love the president, and the whole event is just fabulous.
Yes, and Al Sharpton organized this, of course. How thankful are you that this even happened? Because I know usually it's very difficult for average citizens to, listen to the president speak.
So I've always
How long have you been a member?
About 5 years.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's fabulous. I enjoyed it tremendously. Just being to see the president was wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you say something?
Wait, I'm back, Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, after hearing the president speak, can I get some feedback?
Yes. He was right on point, covered the topics that I came to hear, and the one thing that he spoke about that I believe every United States American citizen who is eligible to vote, you're betraying all of the efforts of the folks who died for our right to vote when you don't go out to vote. You have an obligation to do it. And this is one of the most critical times in our history. Everybody, I encourage you, make sure you go out and vote, okay, in these 2014 elections, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right. Hey, and my feet ain't hurting. I had a great time, even though I waited 2 hours.
So, give me some feedback about how you felt after hearing the president speak.
I'm very glad he spoke about the fact that we could lose our voting rights. That's hard to believe after all we've accomplished in this country. And it's a sad fact that it could be a possibility. And to think that the powers that be have such a lack of faith to even try to make that happen, I don't know.
It's a bit shocking.
It's kind of shocking.
Well, what would you take?
Shocking, but unnecessary. Because everybody, our country as a whole is much stronger than that. With all the different ethnicities, we still have enough power just to let the voting continue. So I don't know what fear is causing them to want to make that happen, but I think we're much greater than that, and for them to even think about doing that.
What are you taking away from this event?
Well, I'm just glad that he came to speak to the people, and he's a people person, and the way he speaks, he's just for the people, and it's just real and down to earth, and it's just good to know that when we have the opportunity to see him and to speak to him the way we did today. So.
That's a very huge blessing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So if I want to join the network,
just Google it online.
Just come up on Saturdays, right? 143 there.
Did you guys see the speech? No. Did you see the speech? Can I get some feedback?
Wait, how do I look? I've been crying.
You look pretty.
No, I think
very
I've been
pretty.
crying.
No, you're very pretty.
I've been crying.
Of course you've been crying, but it's okay. It doesn't. You don't look bad at all. Trust me.
I have been crying.
So tell me why you were crying.
It was just a historical moment to see the president. So I got close enough to where I can shake his hand, and we were talking, and he was just like, what's your name? And I was like, Candace Ransom. And then he was like, give me a hug, Candace Ransom. So I gave him a hug, and I got makeup on his shirt. So he was like, don't get makeup on me because Michelle will get me. And I was like, tell Michelle I love you. So it's just like a funny joke, and my friend behind it got it like on camera. So, it was just like, yeah, it was like the president, like, I don't know.
How thankful are you for that Al Sharpton was able to organize this and put this together?
If it wasn't for Al Sharpton, I would have never met the president. So, Mr. Sharpton, I thank you so, so much for just caring for our people, for fighting for our rights, and just preserving our legacy. And it just means so much. It means so much that Barack took the time to fly here and gridlock our city, you know what I mean? And to come out, and I'm just so excited. Like, I'm so excited. Like, I'm going to go back to work and cry and call my mom, call my dad, and be like, I met our first Black president, and I'm so proud. So
Thank you so much.
Oh, my God, and thank you guys. Thank Dan, and I will be back next year. Thanks. Have a great evening. Okay, bye.
Can I get some feedback? Yay! How are you? Did you attend?
I did.
Oh, come give me some feedback.
Oh, it's not me. No.
Where is he?
What is that?
I'm the secretary for the Atlanta chapter.
Oh, come on. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Can I get some feedback about what happened? Like about, listening to the entire speech. Ready? Okay, so give me some feedback about, listening to the president talk to us today.
Well, he was very energetic and enthusiastic and also very hopeful. He just continued to encourage us to keep focused and to concentrate on the issues that concern us all and to think about those things in fairness. And, he talked about action, that this was a year of action. He decreed that and declared that, and for us to stay focused on that and to continue to stay stirred up and on fire. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm excited. Did you get emotional?
Oh, yes, I did. At one point, I felt like I was going to break down and cry because it was my first time seeing our president live and in person.
Oh, my God. And how thankful are you to Al Sharpton that he was able to organize this?
Oh, I'm very thankful. I'm the newly elected secretary of the Atlanta, Georgia chapter, and I ran unopposed. And due to Al Sharpton's founding of this great organization, he gives future leaders like myself an opportunity to work on those issues that concern us. And I'm concerned about not only the African American issues, but issues of all people, especially Native Americans, because I'm half Native American.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you for all of your work, and thank you for the support.
And thank you for this opportunity to share my thoughts and my feelings. I'm so excited and ecstatic, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm about to go to the moon. And I hollered out at one point during his speech. I said, Georgia loves you, President Barack. That was me.
I was hollering Alabama.
Yes.
Going through all of this.
Well, give me some feedback about what you thought.
Well, being a city council person, it's very rare that you see anyone that's directly connected with politics be a president of a chapter. And I was very, very excited because the fight started in Alabama. We were the lead state where all of this racism and all of this counting how many jelly beans in a jar and all of this, how many bubbles in soap. That's where it started at. The lawsuit that's trying to take away our voters' right started in Shelby County, Alabama. So I have been leading this through NAN from the very first when it was filed, when it was put on the records, trying to take away our voters' rights. Without NAN, without Al Sharpton, we would have not made a move in Alabama. Because we needed someone with weight behind us. And when we really just launched the fight, we had over 50,000 people that we had to actually put them all in the Legion Field arena in order to control the crowd. It was so outrageous.
He's just such a good man, Reverend Al Sharpton.
Man, he is a great leader. This is the next, I don't care what no one says, the next Martin Luther King. Because it's a next, I don't care what it is. The only one that's not a next is a next God. There's only one God. But when you have a true leader, it's one behind him. And Al Sharpton is the second Martin Luther King, and he can capture people and, and just give them so much positive thrill to make them want to fight. Yes. He is a disciple, he's a disciple of the Lord, and he's a Christian, and he believes in nonviolence, but he takes no hostages when he's going at an issue, and that's what I just love about him.
Well, thank you very much for everything that you said, and good luck with everything that you're doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm going to be the next county commission in Birmingham, Alabama. Check with me after June 3rd. I can guarantee you that.
Good luck. Take care. Can I get some?
Wait, he said something. My name is, I'm a city councilwoman, Sheila Tyson. On June 3rd, call me at 11 o'clock. I will be county commission, Sheila Tyson.
Okay, Sheila. Take care. God bless. All right, let me get some more. I have gotten some great people so far, yeah. Oh, I want to get him. Did you attend the conference? Did you? Oh, fabulous. Okay, good. Oh, I love your hair. So can we get something? Okay. So give me some feedback about hearing the president speak.
I felt like I was in dreamland to be in the same room as him. He's so inspiring on voters' rights, and just knowing that he came to New York to share with us and to encourage us to continue to help fight for justice and all and inequality, and it just was a fabulous time just to be in this energy, this kind of energy. Yes. With the president and everything that he covered on the new health plan and housing, labor. I think it's wonderful that they have a new initiative to help young black men. Yeah. And, and even what the mayor is doing with pre-K, yes, yeah, excellent.
So there are changes that's happening. Another question is, how thankful are you that Al Sharpton was able to organize this and get us access to the president?
He's my hero, Reverend Al Sharpton, and it's like he makes miracles happen. It's so impressive that he has the kind of communication and spirit that a person of that level, the President of the United States, Barack Obama, can be in unison with him to understand the same struggle, that he would agree to take time out of his very, very, very busy schedule. So kudos to Reverend Al Sharpton. He is awesome for getting the president here. It's going to be like electricity spreading. Wait,
Thank you very much. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Oh, wait, let me give you a hug for everything you've done.
Oh, thank you,
It's like such a miracle to be in the
Thank you so much. This is my grandson.
Hi.
Owen Burnside.
So give us some feedback about hearing the president speak.
Well, I think he challenged us to understand that this election coming up in November is the last and only time we'll be able to vote for his agenda. The vote in November for Congress and for state-level offices are all a vote for him. We need to empower the last 2 years of his administration so that he can complete the things he started already. That's what I heard in the message. I heard a plea to us to understand the sacrifice that men and women made so we can vote, to exercise our problem, that we're going to fight those who start to take it away from us. But at the same time, we've got to get out numbers that are unprecedented in a midterm election if we're going to save this administration's initiatives.
And how thankful are you that Al Sharpton was able to organize this? Of course, with the National Action Network, everyone, combined, got this to happen. But how thankful are you for Al Sharpton?
Well, first of all, I'm the chairman of the National Action Network. Okay. And Reverend Sharpton's relationship with the president is foundationally important in our ability to bring him here for our dinner and to bring him here today. The fact that they built a relationship, he has an appreciation for Reverend Sharpton as a community organizer and a civil rights fighter. And Reverend Sharpton has used that to help usher our agenda forward and to lift the National Action Network. So we're all excited about it and grateful for his leadership.
Why was it important to bring your...
Well, it's important that we pass on our enthusiasm, our passion, our history, and our commitment into the next generation, so that when we are out, they'll pick up the mantle and understand that this all didn't just happen, that people made sacrifices. And for him to be able, at his age, 11 years old, to shake hands and to be in the presence of a president, that's an inspirational moment, inspirational for me. And so I'm so grateful for this opportunity.
And what about you? How was it like meeting the president?
It felt really good. It was exciting. Yeah, and that's all. Already have.
So you announced it. You announced it as soon as you came here.
Yep.
How was it seeing him live in person? What did you think about him when you saw him?
I really don't know. I was just looking forward to a good time, honestly.
And do you think that like he inspires you to, you know, when you get, of course you have a great person already inspiring you, your grandfather, but meeting someone like that, does that make you want to get into the political world or?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Good job.
Thank you all.
Be well. Thank you. Sorry about that. I didn't know.
That's all right.
Thank you. I'm just happy to be here, but thanks for...
All right, thank you, Precious.
Okay, take care. So how can I get a copy of this? This is you? Okay.
He's going to clean it all up.
Very good.
You want to get into?
No, she got it.
Okay.
I'll be back. I'll come back. I'm going to run because I got to grab these.
Be well. Thank you. So give me your response about hearing the president speak today.
Well, it is always wonderful to hear the president speak, but it's especially wonderful to hear him speak at the National Action Network because it really shows his commitment to the grassroots and to community and to New York and to Reverend Al Sharpton. It was just it was great to have him in the room. I thought he got a great reception. I thought he gave a great speech.
Yes, absolutely. And what about the Reverend organizing this? This was very difficult to do, right?
Oh, I mean, anytime you have the president or a vice president, but especially the president at an event, it makes logistics almost impossible. And considering what you have to go through and the hoops that have to be jumped through to put on something like this, it was fantastic. It really was amazing.
I wonder if the people that attended, if they'll like go home now and kind of like be a little bit more dedicated to getting their, community members to enroll, to vote, and to, just actually, because I feel like
to
that's
participate in.
I feel like that's what.
Well, absolutely. It is a call to action. And, that's what the National Action Network actually is. It's a call to action. And the president, I think, redoubled people's drive to do that and to be part of something because the National Action Network is doing so much. And it is helping so much. And it's dealing with the issues that the president is dealing with. So together, we can really make a difference. So we need people to join the National Action Network, to support civil rights organizations in general, and to get off their tushies and actually work with everyone to make a difference so that we can continue to take this country in the right direction and stop it going from the wrong direction.
Thank you so much. And yes. And who are you and what do you do exactly at NAN?
Well, I actually am Eleanor Tatum. I am the publisher of the New York Amsterdam News.
Oh my God. I read that magazine all the time. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
I didn't know that. I thought you were.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
You have to let me know these things. Just sending me out there all blind. You did a great job. Thank you. Amazing, blessed. Thank you. I love your dress.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I gave my card.
Yeah, good, fabulous. I have to check that out. Okay. So we got you outside when you were like lining up, waiting to come in. Now that you've heard the president speak, what do you have to say?
Still excited, still anticipating action in our communities. He really spoke to us about making sure we take action. It was really about us making sure we remember the sacrifices of those that have come before us. It took decades for them to win their right to vote
and to get many of us to vote. So that's something that we have to do. That was the key message for us, to make sure we keep our power, which is making sure that we vote. And don't get yourself too down about what's going on. The power is in you to make sure that you vote. So that's one of the key messages of the president, and I was so excited to be here to witness and hear it. Really
amazing,
awesome.
Absolutely amazing. Do you feel like you now are re-energized to kind of go out in the community and kind of talk to people more about like voting and registering and stuff?
Oh, definitely. I have a blog that's all about action, like just inspiring people into action, threshold world. It's really about the action, the point at which something is about to happen or does not happen, but it's up to you to take action to make it happen.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Have a great day. Thanks.
That was good.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful. Yeah, 2. Like this? So now that you've heard the president speak, what do you feel like? How do you feel about that?
I feel very blessed to be here today, and change. And what comes with change is it takes time, and a lot of people aren't ready for change. But the president is so positive, and we are so grateful to have him and Reverend Sharpton to bring change to the world. It's just exciting to be sitting there in the audience and listening about how important it is to vote. And the reason why it is important to vote is because a lot of people died for that. It's a privilege. It's an honor. And that's very important for our young people. I'm so excited about education, programs that are for our young black men. As a mother of young black men, every time my child leaves, I wonder, is my child coming home? So to sit and watch him, a black man, and to watch an audience that was so diverse that we just love him. Another thing about his birth, when he was Senator Barack Obama, they were roasting then sitting President Bush. And when it was President Bush's turn to roast the panel, President Bush, whose family is the CIA, said, "Senator Barack Obama, I can't find a damn thing on you, and it's not for a lack of trying." President Obama's people should find that tape for the Tea Partiers. That's the head Republican saying he is a citizen and there's nothing dirty on him. Okay, shut it down. All right? Thank you for such a wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow. More comments? Oh, come over here. So give me your feedback about hearing the president speak.
I think it was amazing, that Obama came out, a lot of young people came out here to speak and, hear what he had to say, very impressive words, uplifting words. Everybody was worried about health care, people my age, 28 and younger, or even older who didn't have health care. Obama's doing a lot of great things for America in general, We have a better opportunity, a better place to live, unemployment. He's trying to get people jobs where before we weren't getting jobs. So I think it's a blessing,
How do you feel about voting, and do you usually vote?
Well, back in the day when I was young and naive, voting wasn't something I took seriously. But now you see what voting does, it change. Everybody talks about change. So voting has changed things, and we see change when we voted. So, yeah, I vote, and I will continue to vote because I see change in it.
Thank you so much. That was good. That was good. I like it. Who?
Hello. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good. Yes, no problem. Anything for Reverend Sharpton.
Come on over here.
Yes.
Got it?
Hello, I'm Cheyenne Norman, and I'm affiliated with National Action Network through Reverend Al Sharpton. He actually did the eulogy for my son, my 4-year-old son, yes, who was shot and killed almost 2 years ago now, July 22nd, and Nan has been a second home to me ever since, and I am I'm elated and ecstatic that I was actually even invited out today. So I thank Reverend every time I get a chance to.
How good was it to see the president speak and address us?
That was, if not the highlight of my life, I really believe that this is the highlight of my life. I hope that I can surpass this in other ways, maybe more children or grandchildren, but as of right now, to this day, this was the highlight of my life.
That's amazing. And how thankful were you that Mr. Sharpton was able to pull this together? Because this was like a lot of hard work.
Yes, I know. I'm actually very thankful for that, because you know that he has the pull with the president, but you never think that, us as members are ever going to actually sit in a room, let alone hear him speak. So this was actually awesome. I'm really excited about this.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Can I share?
Of course, I'd love for you to do that.
Can I stay on this side?
No, whatever side is you're happy with.
That's on my good side.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. It's okay. 2 seconds.
Yeah, 2 seconds, literally.
Yeah. Ready? Ready? Okay. So tell me your reaction to hearing the president speak.
It was a very good speech, and I enjoyed seeing him because I never saw him before in person. So it was a very good experience, and I'm glad Mr. Sharpton invited me here today. He's been a very big supporter of my family after Romali was killed 2012, and he's been very supportive of us. So I'm glad that he extended an invitation for me to be here tonight.
Can you please remind me about
Romali? Romali was 18 years old, and he was killed in 2012 by NYPD Richard Hayes from the 47th precinct. Actually, tomorrow he would have been 21 years old. So, oh my God.
And how was it seeing the president and, hearing him speak about, all of that stuff? Because, you have a personal stake in those messages.
The message was very powerful for me. Like I said, my son was killed by an NYPD officer, and with the youth today of today's, it's becoming all too common for this to happen, whether it's by police or us killing each other. We need to really put a grip on that. It's escalating, and we have to put a grip on it right now before we lose more of our kids. Remotely was killed. The officer actually broke into my home without a warrant, and like 2 seconds later he was dead. The officer was never even trained to be a narcotics officer, and that's the duty he was doing at the time when my son was murdered. The officer was charged with manslaughter 1 and manslaughter 2, and Judge Stephen Barrett decided to throw out the case on a technicality. And that angers me because a lot of times our black and brown kids go to jail on technicality, but it seems when it comes to NYPD, they're above the law. And whatever law is set for them, it should set for all, Nobody should just break in somebody's house and get away with it, because if I broke in somebody's house to rob them and somebody got killed in the process of it, whoever is with me is going to get charged. So even Richard Hayes was charged with the killing of my son, but his fellow officer was never charged, and we pushing for that right now.
How supportive has Mr. Sharpton been with this case?
He's been very, very supportive. He was actually at the funeral, and he'd been to a couple of he spoke up about it a lot on his radio show and at the 9 on Saturdays. So he's very been supportive, and I'm really appreciative of him and all the elected officials that's been supporting us, and the community and the organizations that's really pushing. Because right now we have a petition that's going around that we asking people to please sign and to push the DOJ to take this case. Because right now our last shot is at the DOJ, to take this case and prosecute this officer. Because if he walks, it sends the wrong message to our people that you could be a police officer and kill somebody and get away with it and no consequence. And we see this all too much because none of these officers that commit a murder never went to jail. So we hope this will be the case that set the example that you can't break the law and get away with it.
Well, it saddens me to hear that, but good luck with everything. Thank you. Yes. So give me some feedback about hearing the president speak today.
I mean, it was powerful. I mean, it was monumental. Me as a young leader here in the city and coming from Camden, New Jersey, I was facing some difficult, crises down there, we'll call it what it is. To hear our president and to stand and see the giants and pioneers that paved the way, here at the National Action Network with Reverend Al Sharpton and our President Barack Obama. I mean, to see that, I believe it's history for me, and it's something that I'm going to take back to my kids and tell them the experience that I had here, and to hear, the 50-year anniversary of the civil rights and the voting acts, and what work needs to be done, to come out of this with action steps. I think he said it, the best, that we are giving up our right, voluntarily. And for the younger generation and other people that look like us of color that can actually decide elections, midterm and presidential. We have a voice, and we have a powerful voice. And President Barack Obama, he spoke on that today, and I'm excited to be here about it.
Just completely excited now. What do you have to say about Al Sharpton putting this together, organizing this? It's not every day that something like this happens.
Right. Al Sharpton, Reverend Al Sharpton, he's a trailblazer. And a lot of times when you step out in front, you're going to take those bows, you're going to take those arrows, sometimes some gunshots. They'll throw them in the front, they'll throw them in the back. But he's a man that persevered. He's a man that stood for what he believes in. And he's here, and he's showing that, and he's uniting the people. He's mobilizing the people, organizing the people, and that's what it takes to be able to create change. So, I've high esteem for Reverend Al Sharpton, and I'm excited to be able to be a part of the National Action Network.
Bottom line is, we love him.
Yes, absolutely. We love you, Al.
Take care. Thank you.
All
Bye-bye.
right, take care. God bless.
So, today has been a very interesting experience. Thank you all for, watching all of these interviews and seeing all of these people talk about how excited they are that they got to see the president. I, myself, was very, very excited and happy that I even got this opportunity. Thank you, Reverend Sharpton. Take care.
Maybe you want to be a host myself. I want to be